Afternoon, everybody. I'm kind of going to be given kind of two sides of things. Everybody in life kind of has different families. We have our family, and we have our friends, we have our fraternity. There's another side to Chris, was his fire family. So if you're wondering who these guys are, these are some guys from our fire family. I want to talk a little bit about this big family, and then some of these guys might want to share a little bit too. You might have seen some of Chris's mementos up there. We have a nice little thing to present to you as well, to take home with you. So I was also one of the fortunates to be one of Strozier's pledge brothers. I know this body doesn't reflect it. Was probably responsible for more push-ups in my life than everybody else. It's the Greek alphabet. It ain't hard. It's an alphabet. Alpha made again. Every night. I remember him to this day. Sullard, bro. Sullard. You're in the same spot. Week after week, day after day. All you need to do is memorize one name. Wouldn't do it. Wouldn't do it. Wouldn't do it with a smile. Come on. But, you know, a born leader, a great man, I mean, a smile that couldn't be beat. A true friend to everybody. I was fortunate enough to go up to a service with Martin and just hear from a lot of his friends and a lot of their people up there. And it was amazing, you know, to kind of talk about families. I would just say that there were just doppelganger families all over the place, because it was still his friends. You know, we went out and had some drinks with them. Afterwards, but it's, you know, the same thing. Man, that guy built me a fence one night. Not literally, but a lot of just the same stuff. I was like, man, he brought me rounds all week, but man, that rep came up. I know, so what about those rounds, man? And it was absolutely funny to see how many similarities there were wherever he was, and just the similarities in his friends. I don't know, I mean, I just thought about it today, that episode of Seinfeld where like Elaine gets like a separate set of like Jerry, George, and I. We were up there drinking with him, and it's like, dude, do you know a guy named Mark Kenny? You should know, you should, like, they were like his friends, and when we were drinking with them, you could kind of equate like a couple names and a couple faces and their mannerisms, and it was like, am I back in Sacramento at Stingers or Pine Cove or wherever it was? It was uncanny, and everybody there, you know, it was the same tone of a great guy and the impacts he made in people's lives, and you know, getting introduced to that drink that I thought would be absolutely horrible, but 2 new Bushmills and 2 limes was so great, you know, and then sharing all their stories. And seeing all the similarities, and the fact that there was, I couldn't think, and just talking with Martin on our drive, and talking with them, and talking to people here, it's pretty rare that when you talk about a person, that there's not 1 or 2 people that are like, screw that guy. It's pretty rare to find that. Strozier was a guy. I've never heard a bad thing said about him. I've never heard anybody that was like, I don't want to hang out with that guy. Never. Everybody was his friend. He was a friend to everybody. He treated everybody equal and just wonderfully, and just impacted their lives. I mean, I wish we could share some of the stories of people that got up there to talk. The lady that knew him from loss prevention. And I mean, we just heard stories about how he just impacted and changed people's lives, like in such a good way. And he was just an amazing man. He'll be in my heart forever. Partially because he was the guy to my right that made me work hard all the time, so I couldn't remember alphabet. But the other side was just the fun and the crazy adventure side. So on the fraternity side, here's to some Bushmills and 2 limes. The map of the fire side, if you don't mind. That was another love in his life. I never got to work with him, but we worked at the same fire department down in the San Joaquin Valley. Obviously, you know, with the pictures here, and if you knew Chris, you knew that the firefighting was a big part of his life. And that's another family that's held. You know, when I would get to see him or when we would get to talk, you know, definitely get to share stories about that. He did the municipal side. I'm pretty sure, I think it's safe to say his heart was kind of in the wildland side. He was a mountain man, trekking around, putting out shrubs. Obviously, that's not this deal. Something pretty stoic there, by the way. I'm guessing he posed for that. I'm guessing just to say, I'm guessing that wasn't a snapshot. I think make sure it's my good side. You know, from the fire side, it's just as tight a group that I have with all my brothers here. Just grab that. Keep going to the right. Going to the right. So, you know, we have some mementos up here. You have a T-shirt, but we did get you a new shirt. You guys can take that. Yeah. So we all worked with the Thornton Fire District down in San Joaquin County. And typically, this is kind of a typical traditional gift that's given. Just take that off. So this is a nice shadow box. The front of it is the leather front, the fire helmet badge. Got his name tag there, the Thornton patch. So we'd like to give that to you as a nice wall hanger from the fire family. You know, how he was in life, I'm sure, transitioned wonderfully into the fire service as it relates to patient care and just the giving and the caring and treating everybody equal and how they should be treated. You know, I know he was a fireman amongst firemen, and I didn't have the fortunate chance to work with him, but you know, lived with him, partied with him, and hung out with him. These two gentlemen were also colleagues at the same department, so if they wanted to say a word or two, just to share a little bit about the fire family side.
Yeah, I worked with them quite a bit actually. We got hired at Thornton Fire Department at the same time,